Hi guys, welcome to Office Blokes React. I'm Office Bloke Dave.
I'm Office Bloke Mike.
I'm Office Bloke Daz.
Collectively we're the Office Blokes, aren't we?
We are.
You may recognise us from Office Blokes Game.
That's us.
The hugely
Hopefully.
successful channel with one video on it so far. It's got all of our tri-channel stuff on there still as well.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, still there as well.
Plenty to go at.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. We've also got a Patreon page, I think Office Bloke Mike might talk about a little bit.
Go to patreon.com, put in Office Blokes React. It's got loads of tiers down there. We're starting at just £1.50, loads of block content, stuff like that. So go down there and check it out.
What sort of block content?
Loads of it.
Like
Key and Peele.
Key and Peele. Malice at the Palace. The usual. Loads. Well, go down there, check it out, and you'll find out.
Yeah.
It's a bargain for £1.50
It is,
or
isn't it?
$1.88.
Yeah.
Or,
I think it's $2. I think they've rounded up for
yeah.
the American
Oh, they do.
audience.
Cheapest
Yeah, I
chips,
think so.
isn't it?
But I don't even
Cheapest
think you can buy a
chips.
coffee for that, really.
probably not.
And you'll get
Miles more entertainment. Miles more value.
loads
Yeah.
on
There's
there.
loads of
Hundreds-
stuff. If you do like the
hundreds of
channel,
videos on
just join up for a month. £1.50 and you see all, and you can binge watch.
Absolutely.
Weekly
Loads of
podcast
stuff.
as
Weekly
well.
podcast as well, yeah.
Yeah, maybe we can do the weekly podcast while you're in New York. Maybe we
Yeah.
can try that again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heading
Yeah.
to New York this week.
Nice. There you go. Look out for Office Bloke Daz in the wild in New York. You may see him. He loves being harassed in public and pictures taken with him.
Be prepared to be harassed back.
Lee, are you watching still?
Anyway, let's do this. Times Kevin Hart disrespected NBA players.
Trend.
We
did a Shaq
Yeah,
one,
the
didn't we?
Shaq one was really good. I think it came out last night. It did all right as well. So
Yeah.
let's get into it. Times Kevin Hart disrespected NBA players. Let's do this.
Kevin Hart, a man that literally admitted he only goes to NBA games just to disrespect the players. And this has been going on for a while. Back in 2017, Kevin Hart tried everything
Wow.
he could to get
Wow.
into James Harden's head. See, Kevin lives and breathes Philly, so if you step on his turf, the little dude's gonna like it. So, when Harden started the game struggling, Kevin put some pressure on him.
James Harden is playing in the game, and the whole game, the whole first quarter, he's off. And I was like, you know why you off? Because you're in my city. Your beard stinks. I hate you. I was like, I hate your calves. I told him, I said, I think you got butt shots. I was saying a bunch of stuff to him.
Harden let this disrespect fuel him. Mid-range fadeaways, contested threes. This turned into one of the best games of Harden's career. Imagine talking all that trash just for someone to drop 51 points on you. Damn! Harden carried the Rockets to a 123-118 win over Philly. But even though Kevin took L after L, he wasn't gonna let Harden have his moment. And during the post-game interview, Kev took all the spotlight.
You're certainly an MVP candidate as Kevin Hart. I heard you guys were jawing back and forth during the game.
That's my guy, man. That's my guy. He's been down since day one. Doing his thing, too.
Yeah. And he was cheering on
It's tiny, isn't he? in comparison?
But he's giant though, isn't he?
Yeah.
Beat my team and get an interview without me doing this. Hey, no, I'm playing. Go.
Kevin took his L like a champ. But what happens when he gets into a beef with an actual champion? 6'9", 250 pounds. Most people are afraid of LeBron James, but 5' Kevin Hart, he ain't afraid of nobody. And on his YouTube show, Cold as Balls, Kevin invited J.R. Smith over for an episode. They got in some ice baths, had to talk about life, but you can't talk to J.R. Smith without bringing up Cleveland and LeBron. And well, here's how it played out.
This is like you and LeBron all over again. There's shots that Brian didn't want you to shoot, but you shot it anyway.
For sure.
You guys have butted heads before.
Yeah, it's more about defense though. It's never about a shot.
Is it like
Yeah.
that's how Brian can play. What's wrong, Brian? Guess we all don't want to win. What? We play cards and you beat Brian in the hand. He just I work hard every day. What? Cards. I work hard every day. I get up. I'm in the gym. I dedicate myself. What the are you talking about, Brian? Just say guts or no guts, man. It's everything don't require a winning speech.
Damn, Kevin, you really gonna do LeBron like that?
Do you think it's literally ice baths with sort of celebrities and stuff?
It looked like
it was
it,
called
didn't
Cold as Balls,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's a good concept,
Balls,
that. If you short interviews, though.
Hey, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Disrespectful. See, Kevin was so damn annoying, LeBron did everything he could to get away from him. In his 2018 free agency, LeBron was considering joining the 76ers alongside his good friend Ben Simmons. But there's one Philly fan to blame for it not happening. Can you guess who that fan was? Kevin Hart.
Are you going to do anything to help recruit LeBron this summer?
Oh my God! Listen, I've already tried. I sent him $40. He didn't accept it.
Are you legit going to like sit down with him and try to sway him?
No, I tried it already. I really did send him $40, and I said, "Come to Philly."
And what did he say?
He said, "Kiss his ass."
$40. This man really offered LeBron James $40? That's petty, man. That's petty. But this ain't even petty compared to what he did to Dwyane Wade. Kevin and Dwyane have been friends for years. But that didn't stop Kevin from going on the Jay Leno show and exposing something stupid Dwyane Wade told him in private.
Dwyane Wade is another good friend of mine. Yeah. Dwyane tried to mess up my life. Yeah. Dwyane, he did. No, Dwyane.
About the boat.
Dwyane tried to make me buy a boat. I don't even have a house. I said, hey man.
It's literally the stand-up bit we just did, isn't it?
I don't have a house. I don't think this is a good purchase. He's like, you should just get it. Right. I was like, no, I would, but the way that my bank account is set up,
Damn, no wonder NBA players are always going broke, out here buying boats instead of houses. Irresponsible. You know, maybe this bad advice is why Kevin decided to snap on Dwyane in 2018. This went down in the playoffs between the 76ers and the Heat. Philly was up 1-0 in the series, and with Kevin being from Philadelphia, he came to rep his team, courtside. Ooh. So Kevin started talking his trash at Heat players during the pregame warm-ups. And coming into the game, he took his disrespect to another level. But this was a huge mistake. Something about seeing Kevin over there, screaming and waving, lit a fire in Dwyane. Late in the first quarter, Wade checked into the game and took over. He started off shooting 6 for 6 and scoring 21 points by the end of the first half. But Dwyane wasn't done yet. He scored another 7 points in the second half. And there was one shot that meant more than any. With less than a minute left and the Heat up 6, Dwyane had the ball, checked the clock, and hit a mid-range fadeaway to seal the deal. He walked down the court and stared at Kevin dead in the eyes. The Heat pulled off a 113-103 win to tie up the series, 1-1. Then, after the game, Dwyane only had one thing to say. Hey, yo, man, y'all need to subscribe to Rebound and drop a like. I'm dead
Segue.
serious. This
Nice.
is the best channel out, and they almost had $1 million. Oh, so what are you doing? Dwyane also had something to say to Kevin Hart.
What got into you tonight?
Kevin Hart.
Really?
Yeah. Thank Kevin Hart for that.
Kevin, listen to me. Stop showing up to Philly games. They could have won a ring by now. But if you thought Kevin would let Dwyane have the last word, you were dead wrong. Kevin hopped on Instagram later that night, let Dwyane know was good.
Well played, Dwyane. Well played. It's a series, okay? And right now it's tied up, baby. It ain't over. It ain't over. You gonna blame this on me? Blame Kevin Hart? Oh, I see what you're doing.
On ESPN.
On ESPN, you gonna say that?
That boy wrong.
Well, let me tell you something, sucker.
I knew that was coming.
We about to come to Miami and heat it up. You hear me?
Heat it up.
I'm done. This post is done.
We finished.
I'm frustrated.
It's over.
I'm pissed.
Yeah, see, he ain't perfect.
With the way Kevin was talking, you'd think he was actually on the team, but he wasn't finished there. He hopped on Twitter and quoted the post-game interview saying, "See you in Miami, Dwyane. It's not over." But then Dwyane literally banned Kevin from his city. He tweeted at him saying, "You can't come to Miami," with emojis representing Kevin had no rings. And coming into game 3, the beef was just heating up.
We're not friends right now. We made it very clear we're not friends now. We will be friends after the playoffs is over with. We're not friends. I don't like it.
Things are getting real serious, man. Now, it was all fun and games until Dwyane realized he couldn't punk Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons like he could Kevin. And Miami got destroyed in the next 3 games. So after Dwyane was humbled, he called a truce with Kevin and decided to hook him up with a custom jersey.
You know, he gave me it's for my son. It's like a joke. This is for me.
But are you
My
sure?
chest.
I mean,
What's your pride? What's your deal? Where are we at? Didn't we just have 3 good moments over here? You want to ruin our moments right now?
You could tell this got to Kevin a little. I'm surprised he didn't swing on D-Wade. But the crazy thing is, he actually did swing on an NBA player. Mid-game.
This is like, I didn't know he was so ingrained in basketball.
Oh, he's
Kevin Hart.
Yeah,
No, me neither.
Yeah.
Not for someone of his size.
Yeah.
Likes to watch the Giants play their game, doesn't he?
Yeah.
On live TV for the whole world to see. And it all started back in 2018 with Kawhi Leonard. Kevin was invited to ESPN's Get Up to react to some of the NBA's funniest clips. And that's when they asked for Kevin's take on Kawhi's most legendary moment.
I'm a fun guy. Obviously, I love the game of basketball. I mean, it's just more questions you have to ask me, in order for me to tell you about myself. I just can't give you a whole spiel. I don't even know where you're sitting at.
What is that? It's not funny, right? I mean, what? Do you have any comments at all? What just happened? It's like not even a laugh. It's like an outburst. It's like.
Damn, Kevin really did him dirty. You can't just roast someone like that on live TV. So I know Kawhi felt some type of way, and something must have happened behind the scenes. Because the next time they saw each other, Kevin viciously attacked Kawhi in the middle of a game, almost sending him to the ICU.
Can't quite hold on. Clippers never got possession, so...
All right, I know Kevin missed, but hear me out. Imagine those punches were 5 feet closer to Kawhi. He would have been lucky to ever play basketball again. That's 140 pounds of pure muscle coming at you. Better watch out.
Shredded, isn't he?
He's a bit there, isn't he?
NBA legends aren't safe. Like Charles Barkley. Anytime Kevin has the chance, he roasts the hell out of Charles. Like when Kevin appeared on Inside the NBA during the All-Star game. He completely destroyed Charles.
Hey Kevin, I've seen your new show where you sit in the hot tub. Your body ain't that good when you can just walk around without your shirt off.
First of all, if we're ever going to talk about bodies, I want you not to be the one to bring that conversation up. All right? If you don't get out of here shaped like a beanbag,
Charles is no better. Roasting a dude that makes a living off comedy? Yeah, that's not a good idea. But Kevin wasn't done there. When the guys asked Kevin why he wasn't playing in the celebrity game that year, he somehow found a way to turn it into a Charles Barkley roasting session again.
Hey, how come he didn't play in the celebrity game this year, man? You're the perennial MVP.
What else do you want from me? I'm a four-time MVP. I'm in a Hall of Fame of celebrity games. It's over. It's over. I can't do it anymore. I achieved greatness. Shaq, you know what that feels like.
Yes,
Kenny, I know you know what that feels like.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to stop it right there.
Man, this is why KD went to the Warriors. Charles got to live with no rings forever, getting bullied on TV. Man. Now, you'd think Charles would have learned his lesson at this point, but in 2020, Kevin showed up on stream to Inside the NBA, and Charles fired some shots at Kevin again, but I don't think Charles won this one either.
You got enough money to get a shirt that fit, man. Stop squeezing in that medium.
It's called shoulders. Why don't you stop dressing like a finger that's upside down?
Hey, man, get off there. Get off the set.
Now, I know Shaq's sitting there laughing, but that's only because he's scared. Shaq's learned his lesson already, unlike Charles. Kevin's roasted him for years. It all started in 2012. Kevin showed up to the Conan show.
What's it like hanging with Shaquille O'Neal?
First of all, I don't call him Shaq. I call him long knees, little body. That's what I call him.
Long knees, little body.
Shaq has the body of a Dutch woman. That's
what are you talking about?
Well, you've never seen a Dutch woman, so it's undefined.
This was just the beginning of Kevin vs. Shaq. In 2018, the guys invited him on to Inside the NBA during halftime of the All-Star game. You got Shaq, Kevin at the same table without clowning each other? Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Let's see you as. Why do you have an extra big?
That suit's way too nice to be Shaq too. I gotta downgrade this suit.
Well, why'd they make his head so big? Everybody knows Shaq ain't got no brain. All right, jokes aside, this actually pissed Shaq off.
They look like
we didn't
it.
forget about this moment. So in 2020, when Shaq and Kevin were on a live stream together, Shaq tried to get his revenge, and this happened.
If you don't get your old ass Mackay Pfeiffer looking at
Babe, Shaq don't have no lips. It's just gums attached to his beard.
They got them new baby car baby seats for when she want to kiss your little ass.
He said he got a car. Why do you feel like you have to attack my height? Shaq, you do know that you
because
are
you're little. Because you're a little man.
Nobody's your size.
Nobody
else is your size.
And nobody's your size either.
It's you and Yao Ming. And you stupid looking mother. Two big dumb giants. Just two that they can never get the size shoe for. These two awkward shit there. That's what y'all are, man.
Man, it's crazy seeing Shaq get destroyed like this. I'm just used to seeing Shaq be dominant. Like, when he was in the NBA, Shaq was so unstoppable, the NBA was forced to change their rules. And Shaq's not the only player that's forced rule changes. We've seen James Harden and Kevin Durant use some sneaky moves that the NBA had to build rules around. Oh, you want to hear more about that? Well, click on this video right here. This is when NBA players...
I want to watch that as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
You'll be happy to know I've queued up another NBA one next.
NBA season, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah. Playoffs.
All I know is the stuff we react to be honest. I don't know.
Yeah, same here. But
Kevin Hart knows how to roast people.
Yeah.
He's cheeky.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's one of those again. If you have a go at him, then, hold on to your hats because he's going to come back at you, isn't he?
I like ones that when they do come back at you, it's no hold barred. Hold barred.
Yeah.
He
goes for it, doesn't he? Don't
just
care
straight
who it is.
out there and just boom, whatever it is.
Exactly.
Put it on the table.
Love it like
Bring
that.
everything up.
Yeah.
You know, like when they say that people that are overweight growing up develop other characteristics of the personality, like they become the funny guy or whatever. Do you think it's a size issue with Kevin Hart? Like, do you think he developed his humour and his, like, he can roast people because he was defending himself a lot?
Exactly. I'm sure he had to defend himself verbally a lot more than, probably because he could do it verbally better than physically, maybe.
Yeah.
You know,
How tall is he?
I'm not sure.
It's hard to tell against those, isn't it? Because they're giant guys, aren't they? So
I don't think he's Cat Williams short.
Someone said 5 foot before, but I think it's probably more than 5 foot, isn't he? But
I'm not sure.
But I'm not sure.
Yeah, 5 foot's tiny.
Yeah.
So, you know, for a man, anyway.
Yeah. But I think his comedy's come from his father.
Yeah,
Growing up in that environment, when you got a dad who's on crack or whatever, and stuff like that, they act the way they do. That's where your humour comes from.
Got a bit of influence,
because you've got nothing else to do, but you're just constantly embarrassed.
Yeah.
So you get a humour from it, and I think that's probably where he's got his humour from.
Probably right there.
Jimmy Carr talked about that because his mum was like chronically depressed. I think it was when he was growing up, and his whole thing was to just try and make his mum laugh.
Yeah.
You know, and he was saying that a lot of comedians have got one parent that is like different, you know, for whatever reason, and they're either trying to help them, they're trying to make them laugh, they're trying to like do things for them, and they sort of develop the humour from there.
Interesting theory, that.
Yeah,
I think it's where you grow up, the environment you brought up in.
Yeah,
you don't often see many posh comedians.
No, because
very true.
Because he's probably sat around the dinner table, and it's probably quite tame. Like I grew up sat around the dinner table with my family, and there's no swearing, there was no like inappropriate taking the piss.
I think you get the odd one that's sort of probably come through, maybe sort of casting aspersions here, but maybe through university, sort of like your Miles Jupp or something.
Yeah.
He's probably out the only posh one I can think of.
He's
off the
quite
top
funny
of my
as well,
head.
but he's not a stand-up comedian funny like these guys are funny.
No, complete
You're
different
posh,
level.
you see. You had a chair. I was the youngest boy, right, and there wasn't enough seats at the table for all of us. So I had to stand up at the sink and eat my dinner.
Excuses for laughing.
Wow, Jesus. You were abused as a kid.
So all the family would sit down, but they wanted enough chairs at the table, wanted enough space at the tables. Because I was the youngest boy, because I had a younger sister, she would get the space at the table, and I had to stand up at the sink and eat my dinner.
Why couldn't you really sit on the floor with it on your lap?
Well, I could, but it was easy to stand at the sink because I was sat on the floor. it was like too low down. So I just used to stand at the sink.
It's a bit like for me.
And then because I was stood at the sink, everyone used to bring me their dishes, so then I had to wash the dishes.
So you finished theirs first, probably, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then they'd say, I finished now, do you want to sit here? And by that time I had like, we never had anything extravagant on our plates, but it was, by that time I only had a little bit left anyway, so I'd be like, I'll just finish off here.
It's a bit like that for me in our front room, in our lounge, when everyone was watching telly when we were kids, because it was like mum and dad and then 4 kids. I was the youngest. So only 5 seats. There's a 3-seater couch and 2 single ones. I was always literally on the floor, lying on the floor with a cushion, just like that, on the rug in front of the telly. And that was it. No
so you
seat
had the same
for me.
as what I had the same, but sitting at the dinner table, there was no space for me, so I had to stand at the sink.
Well, my older brother's trying to nick me food as well when I hadn't finished mine. Eating that. Jesus Christ, all the time. That's why I eat fast now.
I didn't have to do that with my bro. He hated eating. As a kid, he used to say if he could take a pill every day and not have to eat, he would.
Right.
So he was always just shoveling food onto my plate.
He just needed an older brother like mine, and they'd be laughing. He wouldn't need that.
Your older brother's like mine. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that. Don't forget, like and subscribe, hit the bell, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Cheers, guys.